Howdy, howdy, Travis. I got one for you.
Hmm.
If someone communicates exclusively through sign language, but they're missing part of their finger, are they speaking with an accent or a speech impediment?
Uh, I'd say impediment.
Like that,
You're a
that's
little limited. You're just a little bit limited in your ability to form words.
so.
Therefore,
Would you think they're slurring their words or stuttering?
slurring. Because stuttering would be like if you're like just saying the same word over and over again. But
So
slurring would be like you're trying to form the shape, but it's not quite what it's supposed to be.
stuttering is if you have Parkinson's when you do sign language.
Oh, well, okay.
Hey,
Then yeah, there we go. Let's see. Today,
everybody.
hey everybody, welcome to Give Us the Launch Codes. Throughout this recording of this episode, I got a glass of Dr. Pepper because it's the only soda I have, and in honor of an LA canine native who we lost this past week, pouring a little bit of Jameson, spiking Jameson into my Dr. Pepper. I don't know if that this will actually taste good, but to you, Jameson, you were taken too soon. Uh, congrats on the Knicks.
Did you know that Dr. Pepper has a new flavor that came out recently?
What's the new flavor? I don't know. I don't keep track of that.
Coconut cream with
Mm.
coconut and Dr. Pepper. I was like, ugh. When I saw that, I was like,
I've had like cream soda Dr. Pepper, and it's like why not? This is just cream soda with Dr. Pepper's name stuck on it, you know?
oh hey, what was that thing? Why is he built like this? Why is he built like this? So yeah,
Go watch
everybody,
our Patreon episode if you want to understand what that means.
yeah,
Anyway,
that's a money joke actually. You got to pay for laughs.
um, this oh wait, no, that's not our Patreon. That's the one that came out last week. I'm getting them all mixed up.
We
It's
do
been
too
a
much.
rough week, man.
We do a lot.
This week has been fucking rough, dude.
But you know what? Let's start off with a bright note before we jump into it. We can talk about, okay, so we know who won the big games. The Hurricanes won against the
Yeah, good
Knights.
for them.
That was a good game. That went on long. That went on long. That was a big fight they did.
Hmm.
You know what made me laugh though during the whole playoff round? So before the cup, I
Hmm.
don't know if you saw this, but one of the games there was obviously, there was a goalie just going, I forget which team, but warm up, they're getting ready for the game, and there's a little girl behind the glass going like this with a post-it note. And so it's a goalie, it's like, oh, it's a little kid, right?
Yeah.
He skates over to her, and the post-it note reads, I'm a goalie too. And it's like, oh, you know what I mean? Like you're a goalie, I'm a goalie, hockey. Hockey's great, right? If you read the other half, it says, but I'm better at it than you.
I
And so they see
was like, where's the shoe gonna drop here?
the hockey players like this. Come on, man. Like the game's not even
Is this
started yet.
is this the Canes goalie or is this the Knights goalie?
I forget. No, no, this was during the playoffs, not
Oh,
not
just
the
in
finals.
okay,
This
one
is, I
of the
think,
random
this is the
playoffs. All right.
first round of the playoffs. It could have been the Canes because I'm remembering a red jersey, but just the look of the guy's face of like, what the fuck? Like, what did I do? What did I do?
Oh.
And then obviously the Knicks won, and we saw the hilariousness of the celebrations.
Yeah, yeah. New York City seems to be very, very happy, and I've never been more happy for a New York team ever. Just you haven't won in 53 years. I mean, goddamn, that doesn't. I mean, that doesn't compare to like when the Dodgers finally won the World Series in 2020, because that was what, like a less than 40-year gap. This is 53 years that they waited for that, and it helps that um the mayor is like a genuine fan of the Knicks. Like you can tell when Mamdani talks about the Knicks like throughout like the past 2 years. It's like, oh, he actually really likes this team. He
No,
he is a
yeah.
genuine fan. He's not just like a politician when they do the parade or like, so we're so happy for this team. Congratulations on the. It's like a very boilerplate
Yeah.
speech, and you know that I've heard like Karen Bass give a couple of times. Like,
Oh,
yeah,
I've heard, yes, so many, yeah. No, but it was nice because you know what? I think the whole nation was cheering for him because it was finally like a damn, like they know how to cheer. They know how to be fans. Like
It's the kind
the
of thing where
whole
it's like that you can tell that is a city on an island.
yes.
Where so everything is like compact. And I'm thinking like I don't know if like LA can really I mean they've tried. I'm not saying I'm not saying Los Angeles hasn't had their burn their city to the ground moments. Just go back to when the Lakers used to win championships. It's happened. Um but everything's so widespread and there's so much to do in LA. Like I remember, this week I took my dad to a Long Beach Coast game, and it was regulators night, so they're wearing their cool gangsta-esque alternate jerseys. It wasn't. It was a Friday night, but it wasn't like a sold out night, unlike opening night, which I also went to. And my dad was concerned, and I just said like, hey, the problem with this market is like there's so much to do around here on
Like Vegas.
yeah, I bet like, compare that to like Durham, North Carolina, which is where the great movie Bull Durham starring Kevin Costner takes place, which is about minor league baseball. So, smart ones would say that is his best baseball movie, not Field of Dreams. Um
Or the one where he was a pitcher. Remember that one? The where he pitched the no-hitter for his final career game. Forget what that's called, but there was that one.
yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, Bull Durham is much better.
Oh, Bull Durham's the I think you can
So
argue
good.
it's Bull Durham and then Sandlot.
Mm.
Like Major League is number three.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's
But
great. Yeah, Bull
anyway,
Durham's great. Yeah.
congrats. We're happy for the Knicks. New York is America's city. Uh, um, you know,
Elm
we're
Elm
happy for them for them. This isn't like when the Giants won the Super Bowl, of which we're like, "Fuck you, Tom Brady." Um, but yeah, so it started out well. Then the World Cup kicked off, and this is the World Cup being hosted in North America.
2-0,
So,
baby.
so the international community as much as they can, given our absurd restrictions on immigration. Whoever can come, they're here, and they are partying up. The Scots are drinking all of Boston's alcohol.
Oh yeah, dude.
Probably just single-handedly doubled the GDP of that city overnight.
There's been emergency deliveries. One bar that's been there for 30 years made three times their St. Patty's Day in just a 2-day weekend. Because the thing is, they're drinking it so much that people are like this. Do they not have water? Like, does Scotland not have water? They're like drinking it hardcore.
Yeah,
And then the
and I
bagpipes
even heard.
and
And
no,
like Boston, I've heard they've had to open like a second downtown public drinking area.
yep.
Where it's like it's legal to drink alcohol outside, like without putting it in a paper bag. They've had to open up a second area, just kind of like we can't be arresting all these people for public drinking. That's absurd.
Yeah, because it's Scotland. Well, I don't think they realize. It's kind of funny. It's like this. Do you not realize who was coming? Like certain cultures, how they are, I mean, Mexico's been like welcoming South Korea with open arms, and they've just been partying it up every day.
Yeah. And that like Bosnia, their fans are marching through Inglewood, which led
Yeah.
to all sorts of jokes to be like, if you know the history of Bosnians, you know that they ain't scared of the hood.
No, the bagpipe
This
marches
does
I've been
not
hearing.
scare them. They've been through way worse, man.
Oh God, yeah. No, it's been hilarious. The World Cup's been great. We won our first two matches. We're undefeated right now so far. So far,
Hmm.
we're doing good, but it's been
I've barely watched any of it. Uh,
oh dude, you've missed some. Excuse me,
yeah, the office
insane.
work culture at where I work sucks ass because we don't have like a TV on showing the games that we could watch on our break because half the people that work at the place I work, like they just work at home when they feel like it. So
Okay,
it sucks, man. I've been missing,
dude.
and my wife fucking hates soccer too.
Why? I love
As
sports is
my wife
sports.
says, soccer would be better if the field was smaller, if you got to fight each other, and instead of turf, it was ice.
No, huh? Ha,
That's her
ha.
joke. That's her joke. It's like I like soccer better when it's hockey. So
Dude,
uh,
dude, hey, there's been some crazy ass moments on the field. Dude, a Canadian player, his career might be over. That's how intense it got
oh yeah, the guy like broke his leg really bad
during
and
during the cutter match. Yeah, it was bad, dude. When he broke his leg, he was on the ground. I looked at him. I'm like, why is he on the ground? Like, okay, like, oh, shin guards don't look like that. I was like looking at him, like, shin guards don't look like that. Oh, that's his leg. Oh, yeah, he's done.
I've seen a few NFL injuries where I'm like, I don't think that limb is supposed to bend like that.
Hey,
I don't think that's how the human body works.
hey, Travis, that's when you say the line. That is when you say the line. That's not what God intended there.
Um, yeah, and then we had an awkward moment on the Sunday the 14th, if I'm getting my dates right. Which is
Yes,
the UFC match, the UFC fight at the White House lawn. And
that
I'll tell you, this is we recorded our previous episode uh the day before, so we recorded it that Saturday. I was hopping up on caffeine because I had a party to go to that night and I didn't want to be sleepy. And my wife, I decided to have some of my wife's cold brew because she bought like a cold brew maker.
Oh, okay, cool.
I didn't realize like cold brew coffee is so fucking concentrated.
Yeah,
Um, so like afterwards, I took my dog on a walk and I was going through my head. I was really starting to I was starting to fucking spiral, man, and I didn't realize until later that I was having like like a caffeine crash out moment. But I was on the verge of tears just thinking about like oh man, how they're desecrating the White House, how the Republicans are fucking hypocrites. Hey, remember when they said Obama wearing a tan suit was like the worst thing ever? My God, all the abuse that we taken and just there's no we have nothing, freaking UFC America 250, like what does this say about America? Nothing. It says nothing about America. Let's just watch some dudes fight each other and we'll ruin the White House. Like these symbols in DC of the buildings, all these things have meaning. I was losing it. I was
remember that.
fucking like these are things that I genuinely feel, but man, I was really feeling it that Saturday night. I was like, oh man.
Caffeine, man. Caffeine's a powerful drug.
Yeah, good thing I've Irished this up, literally and figuratively.
Well,
Um,
since you brought it up that night, because we said we would talk
oh my
about it.
God.
And by the way, folks,
And
just
I
to
didn't
head.
watch any of it because I had another party to go to with a group of people that did not give a fuck about any of that and just wanted to swim in their backyard pool. So I did not watch any of the UFC madness. I only
I
watched clips
saw,
after the fact,
yeah, me
and it
too.
was embarrassing as shit.
Well, the thing
Uh,
about it, since we brought it up, what's interesting about it is, well, there's a lot to talk about, but okay, let's talk about the one thing. One, you brought up the whole hypocrisy was there because they, even though I didn't care for that president, Obama got torched for anything he did. Like, oh, I made the tennis court just slightly configured so it can also be a basketball court. How dare he?
I remember
How
Sean
dare he
Hannity
desecrate this? Yeah.
I remember Sean Hannity on Fox News was losing his shit over like the president going to a sandwich shop. Well, President Obama,
Yeah.
should say. Uh,
Oh, I remember the
um,
sandwich shop.
yeah, and he's like, and he's and President and Obama was like ordering like his sandwich to have like a special mustard.
Yeah.
Not like regular mustard, it's like some sort of like Dijon mustard or whatever. And and Sean Hannity was like chastising him for that, of like how snobbish he was, that he was ordering his sandwich with a very special mustard at this, independent deli. I'm assuming independent deli in DC. I mean, God, Republicans were, I mean, they still are. They still are deranged, but man, they really were like deranged back then in the Obama years. Just every little thing
Yes, because
was
they
like
hadn't because
somehow like a besmirch upon the nation that Obama, how dare this black president do all these things, and then Trump, hey, let's have a UFC fight in the White House lawn on my birthday, and it's
and the
gonna
stage is now permanent. He's like been saying
and we
that.
will use the honor guard, the military honor guard. We'll have literal planes fly over, as we're like spending ourselves into further debt, at least at that moment in time, um, with our absolutely failed war in Iran.
Hmm.
And it's like, oh yeah,
But
he said this is a gift to Americans, but you could only watch it
on Paramount.
on my Paramount Plus with a Paramount Plus subscription, which, as someone who has had Paramount Plus for a while, I would call that at best a B tier subscription service. And you're better off just getting the Amazon plugin version of Paramount Plus instead of the actual app that you just go to the app directly. Because the app sucks. You're better off just using the Amazon version instead. It's,
No,
it's
yeah, no. Well, the thing is,
they
one,
should have broadcast that on C-SPAN.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised. Hey, I'm surprised Fox News didn't broadcast it even. Like that was what was shocking. I'm like, you have to pay for this? I thought this was a
They
government
should
free
have
thing.
simulcasted that. Yeah, I know. It's coming out of our tax dollars, but
It
we have to
is.
pay a subscription to the
No,
Ellisons.
yeah. And isn't it funny how Dana White's like, no, 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 I paid $60 million for this. I paid for it all. It's like, you did not pay for the jet fuel.
The pilots, you didn't pay for the pilots to do the military flyover.
You didn't pay for the security. You didn't pay for you paid for the yeah. You didn't pay for the security because here's the thing: if a citizen is able to pay for the fuel for a jet fighter pilot for a jet fighter plane, it's like we have worse. We have way more things to discuss about than just a fucking fight. You should not be paying for that.
No,
Oh, and don't forget, which was hilarious, by the way. Did you hear that Strickland rushed the stage?
I
The
saw the
UFC
video
fight.
of him doing it, and yeah, all the way up to like him recording about it on his what's it called, his phone while he was handcuffed in the paddy wagon, which means they didn't take his phone away.
Yeah, he didn't take his photo and he was able to freaking live stream from the paddy wagon. Wasn't that hilarious? Hey, and it took almost 15 cops to escort him off the premises.
That was like, well, that's another thing. It's like it makes you wonder, why was he allowed to get all the way up to the octagon? Why was he allowed to get all the way there with the? Because this is the White House. This is DC. There's going to be and the president is in attendance. There was an abundance of security that Dana White certainly didn't pay for. Um, how was he allowed to get up there?
And here's the thing, he had been there the day before because he got to DC the day before and was hanging out with the crowd saying, I got banned by a pedophile. I got banned by a pedophile. What's up? So he'd been there. Like you knew he was there too. And he isn't it funny? It's like, how did he get all the way in? Same reason why that sniper in Butler, Pennsylvania, and the guy from the White House Correspondence Center. It's like, where's the security in this shit, guys? Hey, Madison Square Garden has better security than the fucking White
Oh yeah,
House.
we know. We saw that in Game 3, and it jinxed the Knicks. It was the one game they lost, and that they could have swept the whole thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
Trump killed the vibe. Knicks in 5 is what they were saying.
No, yeah. That's why it's just like, oh, but don't forget though, during the whole fight program, remember, gotta go online to buy that Trump coin. The
It
entire
was
fucking
beyond
fight.
parody, man.
The
Like
beyond Oh, you mean it was basically
it was. I've made the decision at that day
oh
that
God.
I will never ever watch the movie Idiocracy. I just can't. For the same reason my wife will not watch The Pit with me. It's like, this isn't funny. I'm sorry. Like I've seen clips from Idiocracy, and I've come to the conclusion like it doesn't work as comedy. It's not going to work
No,
as comedy on me.
not
It's too
anymore.
real, man. It's too fucking real. It's like I live this. I'm better off. Well, maybe I'm not better off doing this, but like, it made more sense to as escapist entertainment to watch The West Wing, you know? Uh, but yeah, and there's so much more we can unpack about UFC, but to me, that got overshadowed by America waving the white flag in Iran, which is something we should have done. Well, it's something we've been trying to do for months. That's the funny thing. It wasn't something we just decided to do. It was like we've had to like beg Iran See, this is the thing that's most embarrassing about this. That we're celebrating our 250th anniversary, and what do we have to celebrate? Um, we are cuckolded. We dog walked ourselves into getting cuckolded by both Iran and, more importantly, Israel.
Yep.
Gas prices are untenable and supplies are running out
Yep.
globally,
We
which is
almost
gonna, like,
we
you think $5 a gallon is bad in California. It's gonna get so much worse if we don't. Basically, if we don't do something to Israel to get them to, like, you
calm down
know, get, get
because
the, get with the program.
the
Um,
strait is closed again.
yeah, like Iran's only allowing a couple of. Well, okay, we're getting out of ourselves. So it
Go.
started off, yeah. Trump finally made a deal known as a memorandum of understanding, which is basically a deal to make a deal, in which basically we give Iran, like, billions and absurd, like, more money than we spent on the Marshall Plan after World War II. Billions
300
upon billions of dollars to rebuild after
plus.
we bombed them, and they agree to keep the strait open. We tell our allies, Israel, to stay the fuck out of Lebanon. Good luck with that. Um, in exchange, Iran gives us nothing. I
Nope.
mean, they reopened the strait with the sense they have total control of the strait. They There's really nothing to we got nothing in regards to, are they going to have a nuclear program or not? Which, is always, a lot of that was like horseshit anyway. Iran was not, like, as hell bent on building a nuclear weapon as the propaganda says they were. Um, yeah, just total. Yeah, it was a surrender. We call it a peace treaty, but it's a surrender. And maybe, like, the biggest uh strategic embarrassment the United States has ever faced in its 250th history, and we did it on its towards its 250th birthday. Great.
Yep.
um so we give them everything and they give us nothing because, that's a surrender deal. That's a
Yes.
surrender deal. um and everybody is, left, right, center, everybody's criticizing the fact that we've gotten to this point. I'll just say,
Hmm.
now, granted, the more pro-Israel types are like, no, you should, you reneged on all your objectives. We need to blow Iran into oblivion. And then there's my side, the more, I would like to say pro-Palestine, but given that this includes people that don't actually give a shit about Palestine, I'll just say anti-Israel side, who are like, dude, we never should have attacked him in the first place. This was going to happen. This was the inevitable conclusion. This is the point that basically the left had been warning about for a long time. Like, we're going to get to a point where we're going to have to choose between where our support of Israel is going to, like, come at odds with our other interests. And it just turned out those other interests were the oil. It's like, and yeah, like it's fucking with the oil. You can't fuck with the oil, man. It's not good for the planet as far as gas in terms of, like, using it as fuel, but the economy, the backbone of the economy, the global economy is run by oil. And, you know, it powers it doesn't just power our cars to get us regular folk, like, our personal vehicles, where we need to go. It powers our trucks, which will get goods from A to B, which is a thing that is taken into account when determining grocery prices, goods prices,
Clothing,
inflation
shopping. There
in
you go. Yeah.
general. um and if you live further north, it's kind of important for keeping your house warm and making
Uh-huh.
sure, like, if you live in a northern country, especially like in Europe, and your country doesn't produce that much or oil at all, and you're, like, heavily reliant on imports. um yeah, you're this is like this could have apocalyptic consequences. This could determine whether or not you freeze to death in your house this winter, you know? Um,
Mhm.
but and so the Trump administration is finally signaling that in the choice between Israel and oil, it's gonna be the oil. And of course, Israel is like trying to call their bluff on that. They're like, yeah, you know what? We're just going to keep bludgeoning Lebanon into oblivion. We're going to keep doing what we've been doing. And Iran is like, America, you need to get your spoiled brat son under control. That's part of the deal. You got to get them under control, or otherwise, we're not going to let more oil get through. Um, it's a shit show.
Yes, it is.
It's a complete shit show. Um, that heading towards America 250, where you just like, wow, 250 years. This is what we have to show for it. This is what America has come to.
A shit ton of debt and a shit ton of division.
I swear to God, like watching because JD Vance is doing his press tour.
Yeah.
Which actually, okay, the reason why he's doing a press tour on this is because he has a book coming out, a book where he talks about his Catholic conversion, and I don't really give a fuck.
Really?
Um,
A book just on that?
he calls it
Wow.
he calls it Communion. That's the title of his book.
You know, that's a
Uh,
fucking book already. The title of that book's already been used since the
yes,
fucking
I think
80s.
someone pointed that out. I think it's like a name of a bell hooks book or something.
It's the name of a
Um,
book of a guy who actually had an extraterrestrial encounter and had a conversation with aliens over the course of several days. No, I'm not joking. My dad has that book.
nice.
It's one of the top five greatest alien conspiracy books basically ever written. Are you serious? He's calling it Communion?
Yeah. That's the name of his book. And so
Jesus.
he was already going on this press tour anyway. Um, and he has ambitions for running for president in 2028. And this is we're kind of seeing the JD Vance ascendancy here because he's using this book tour to be like to basically do what he did with Zelensky, the whole like did you even say thank you thing, but worse, like even more hostile. He's literally telling like he's echoing his sentiments that he's expressing about Israel is we're your only friend. You need to get on board with this or we're going to cut you off. Maybe not he's not saying that last part explicitly, but
No, he's
it's
basically saying it.
implied, and Israel is like bet because they're run by a bunch of deranged monsters that just want to kill people forever and ever and ever and ever. I mean, good Lord. The thing that scares me about that is like I can now see JD Vance winning the presidency in 2028 because of this. Because
We have to get there first, and that's a long road still.
well, yeah, if the country survives that long, but it's like I'm just saying, if it's him versus Gavin Newsom, and Gavin Newsom doesn't pivot on this, doesn't read the fucking room and pivot on this, because like Israel is like the most unpopular it's ever been in the United States, and this is not. All of this is just making that work. Nothing about current events is doing Israel any favors in the public eye. And if Gavin Newsom doesn't budge, if he doesn't like decide to move away from his I revere Israel, I love it so much, it's so important to me. If he doesn't move on this and he ends up being the nominee or someone like him against Vance, Vance wins. I'm calling it right now. That's like
There should
get
be.
ready, JD Vance. Because and if you listen to JD Vance, it's like I'm not. I don't like. First of all, I find it dangerous. I'm not saying I agree or he's based or anything because I see through what he's saying. He's doing this whole thing like he's talking about the simple rhetoric of like I think it's ridiculous that people are like you criticize Israel, that is somehow an act of Jew hatred, and then he pivots to saying, "Oh, isn't this like how progressives 10 years ago kept saying everything was racist?" And I'm like, Fuck, that's a genius argument. It's a genius argument for the Republican base. I don't agree with it. It's shit. Um, it's a straw man of the left, but that's I heard that and I'm like, he could very much. I can see him being our next president now. I can see that. He's seizing the opportunity. He's gonna be our next president. Um, unless, the Democrats get their act together, which Democrats as a party gets their act together. Not saying like, well, what about Rashida Tlaib or Cori Bush or AOC or Dr. Abdul Sayed? It's like, okay, I like those people as individuals. They don't represent the consensus of the party currently.
No,
Not while Chuck Schumer is the minority leader in the Senate, and not while Hakeem Jeffries is the minority leader in the House. Um, until that changes, like it's wild. It's wild. Yeah, this week was like paradigm shifting. Paradigm shifting, embarrassing, humiliating, all sorts of things. It's been a wild week, which is why I didn't remember what our current Patreon episode was. Which, for the record, our current Patreon episode is about sports. It's about how we would fix sports. It's a fun one. It's a much more fun episode than this current conversation. And you should give us $5 a month to watch. You should pay up the $5 to watch it. We promise it'll be worth your time. Uh,
the whole thing that's going on right now is very well, it's not surprising. That's the sad part because we like you said, well, anyone with a brain saw this coming with the fact with Iran, where it was just, what the hell are you doing? What like what's I mean, since day one when those 100 plus schoolgirls got killed, it's like, all right, this is not going to end well. And
yep.
look, you're right. Look where we're at. The peace treaty bullshit deal that was signed at Versailles is stupid because it comes down to one thing. Really, what it comes down to is like, oh, the shit we spent blowing up money is we're gonna spend now 300 plus billion to rebuild for them. Like, really? And now, as we found out today, because the time of recording it is Saturday, June 20th, as of this morning, American Standard Time, excuse me, the strait is closed again.
Yeah, because Israel did the obvious thing that everyone predicted Israel would do, because Israel is run by
A death cult.
crazy, evil,
Death cult. It's a
murderous
death cult. It's
monsters.
a death
Yeah,
cult.
they are run by a fascist death cult. Um, and they're run by a fascist death cult, but the reason they're run by a fascist death cult is because a big portion of their electorate is also on board for the fascist death cult. It's like, I don't know. This is what happens when you have uh, uh, an ethno state or an ethnocracy, if that makes you feel better, made up of like predominantly, by, for, and of this one specific ethnic religious group, who are all traumatized and inundated with propaganda that repeatedly traumatizes them of like, everyone hates you, everyone has out to get you, we got to bomb everyone before they kill us. That is, that is like the Israeli cultural mindset.
Yeah.
Um, and we've done everything that's been done to try to like create, some sort of like peace or normalization within the Middle East to like mitigate that. Like, and I'm not just talking about like normalization with Israel. I'm talking about stuff like the JCPOA, which was the Iran nuclear deal, of which, you know, I remember when Obama brought that out and negotiated that. It took 2 years to do. And everything the Republicans said it was is exactly what the surrender deal actually is. It's like, we didn't give them $300 billion dollars.
1.8. They gave him
But
1.8.
yeah, and a lot of those like frozen assets.
Yeah.
We unfroze some of their assets, and in exchange for um, submit to nuclear testing, so that like you don't, to ensure that you're not building bombs. Um, and Iran was like, okay, you know what? Maybe we can work with the United States.
And then Trump comes in, rips up the JCPOA, tells Iran, "Oh, actually, you can't work with us. You can't trust us. You will have a good leader, but then we will switch it out with a bad leader that will stab you in the back."
Yeah.
Um, which I'm sure from the Islamic Republic dictatorial regime, they're like, you know what, having authoritarianism is great because you just have the one leader for decades and decades that sticks to the one plan. It's like, you know what, maybe democracy is still not a good idea.
Well, it's funny. You saying that it reminds me of this one anime TV show called uh, Legends of the Galactic Heroes, and
Okay.
it's all about the main question is what's better for society? What's better for society? A fractured democracy or the perfect dictatorship?
Mm, interesting.
I mean, yeah, well, because I mean, okay, the whole thing is this week has been a lot of just like what in the holy fuck, really? Because it's
Yeah.
even Republicans are starting to realize like, oh, I bet on the wrong horse. It's like, no shit. You actually had probably better choices of your Republican candidates than this guy. You only started liking him because he said the one thing during the first debate back in 2016 or was it 2015? Oh yeah, no, fuck you, Jeb. You and your family brought this country into a debt, into a horrible war. Your brother's a moron. Your dad's an asshole. Fuck all of you. It's like, oh, he said it out loud. And that's it. That's all I guess people needed. Well, you need more.
Yeah, he talked really tough, and that's I mean, I'm gonna be real. Like the Republican base is full of
Well,
stupid voters. It's just, it's
well, that's
just,
what. Well, and it got down to this, and then now you see it's a lot of buyer's remorse with not only Republican politicians, not only the voters, but even the main big name influencers. Like I watched a bit of it. I didn't get a chance to finish it, but I was laughing my ass off when the Sean Ryan had Megyn Kelly on his podcast, and they're just sitting there with their foot in their mouths the whole time, and they don't know how to sell it anymore because their whole podcast is based on grifting. It is.
yeah.
They don't know how to sell it anymore. Both of them. And she's trying her damnedest because she has that Fox News training in her. But because Sean Ryan was a Navy SEAL, he's just like this. No, the Republican Party's morals are basically just protecting pedophiles, and that's all it is. And I'm like, oh hey, look at you. You're growing up a bit, Sean, because you have a son, and now you have some skin in the game and now you just don't know how to sell it anymore. That's what no, that's all it is because
Yeah.
we've gotten how much more? We're almost what 40 trillion in debt, really. Let's just say it. We're 40 trillion in debt, Travis. And I remember because I've watched, from high school. I remember in high school, right before we graduated, the economic
Pretty
professionals
much.
and experts said back then, back over 10 years ago, 2013. So 13 years ago, they said, oh, we're actually past the point of no return anyway with this debt. And now where we're at now, we're never going to get rid of the debt. And then we have Trump pushing his Bitcoin so hard. It's like, dude, we got debt to get rid of that the experts, because there are economic experts, are saying that there's no way to get rid of it. It's done. The damage is too far gone economically. We're just living. We're just basically living day by day. Because I don't know if you know this, but before that little peace deal bullshit with Iran was signed, if what was it last weekend? We were 4 weeks away from no oil. This country.
That's certainly what Trump has said, which kind of tells me that someone told him that, which means that is based in something, and it's like, okay, yeah, 4 months of,
No
I'm
weeks.
assuming like 4 months of like, or 4 weeks, excuse me, of like reserves and stuff. Yeah,
That gets
yeah,
dangerous for a country this size, especially hosting a world event.
and we're not like rationing. There's no like
No, of
national
course not.
program to like
Oh,
ration
Travis,
anything.
Travis, you can't tell Americans to ration.
We did it during the Saudi oil embargo
Yeah,
back in the 70s.
yeah, different mindset, man. Different
Yeah,
times. Because
yeah.
here's the thing, you know
Different
why?
mindset. We were less corrupt, and Americans were just a little bit smarter back then, I
You know
guess.
why I say different mindset? Because okay, to kind of bring it a little back to the World Cup, all these people from all across the world are coming over, and they're sharing their stories about like, oh my gosh, American culture is crazy. Like, oh, Americans this, Americans that. The majority of what they're sharing is commerce. They're not, no one's talking about our beautiful national parks or our, no, really, like none of them have talked about, the Grand Canyon, Yosemite, Yellowstone, or the Appalachian Mountains, the beauty of our mountains and all that, our rivers, our lakes, our fishing, our animals even. No, anytime a someone of who's not American come here for the World Cup and is vlogging and posting about their American culture experience, it's about, dude, have you seen this Bass Pro Shop? Dude, have you seen Texas barbecue? Look how big it is. Dude, they have hot dogs that are almost 2 feet long. They have free refills here in America. Wow. And I'm like, that's it? Is that our culture? Commerce? That's not American
I mean,
culture.
in fairness, with food, if it's like I can appreciate like it's I can appreciate. I think there's some like wholesomeness beyond just simply commerce when it's like oh cuisine, like what's the local cuisine? Like I saw a video that touched me for personal bias reasons of like two Brits that were exploring Terry Black's, which is a barbecue establishment in the city of Austin. My wife and I and my sister went there when we went to Austin last summer. So maybe personal bias because I'm like, hey, I know that place. But at least it's like, okay, well, this is the local cuisine of Texas and the specific area we're in. That stuff I'm okay with. Like I would do that for like if I was visiting a country and I was really into like certain foods, they're like, oh man, I wish we had this in the States, that kind of thing. Um, you know,
Travis, slow cooked meat is universal across this globe.
they don't got that kind of barbecue in England.
This is called the sauce. That's not the slow cookingness. So I said slow cooked meat
They don't
is
cook like
universal. Slow cooked meat, I said, is universal. And look, hey, like I said, 250. What's the show for it? I'm not gonna do the whole
yeah.
like, yay, look at the little stuff scraping up the bottom of the barrel. Not once have I seen a big moment of like this, dude. I've walked, this national park and the beauty of their nature and their wildlife and the smell of the grass and their animals and all that. It's like, no, it's just, hey, look how much I can eat. Look at these free refills. That's all it's been. It just shows you though, like and then people are like, oh my God, yeah, look at American culture. Isn't it great when they experience it? I'm like, I don't, I will never brag about having free refills. If that is the one thing we can brag about compared to, fucking Europeans, then fuck us. We are really screwed right now. If it's just all hey, really? Free refills is
You,
something to
you,
brag about?
yeah, you know what and also like you know what America has that some other countries. I don't know if this applies to all, but like Ireland doesn't have this sales tax.
No.
It's like it's like we
Yeah.
have fucking sales tax here. I noticed that when I was in Ireland. It's like I was like looking at the receipt, like really the price the tag price is the price that I paid. There's not like a tax added on to it.
Yeah.
Oh
No. It's
no!
just see,
I just pay for what it says because they don't do fucking sales tax over there because they don't need to because they don't
I
have our
would
toxic
I
attitudes on taxes.
I would be bragging more about that than free refills. Also, too,
Yeah,
I saw this was one post, and I talked to you about it that really showed me kind of what you're saying, the hypocrisy of Republicans. This one Instagram profile, I guess it's a rodeo girl, saying like, "Oh my God, I got the honor to last minute perform in front of the Princess of Japan." I'm like, "Wow, you're a court jester.
yeah.
You're a fucking court jester. You know, Texas is really just a hypocrisy. You know what? Texans are are basically Uvalde police. If you want to know what a Texan is like, look at Uvalde the police department and how they handled that school shooting. No, really, you're bragging online to the world about I got to perform in front of, royal family. I'm like, oh, you're a court jester. You're a fucking monkey. You're a goddamn monkey on a horse. Because hey, Travis, no kinks. No kinks
On the
protest.
one hand, I'm not going to be like, "Hey, you should act like a total bitch to this foreign dignitary."
Why?
But on
Why
the
not?
other hand,
Oh, I would say why not? Royal blood. No kings, right? No kings.
yeah, no kings for my country.
No kings for no, I say no kings for humanity. We're 2026. All royal blood should be dead. That's my fucking look on it. No, fuck that shit. No kings at all. No, hey, fine, fine. Then if anything,
I
no
mean, you
kings.
do have a point that most Americans uh, haven't truly internalized one of the like very basic principles of the American Revolution of no like the rejection of divine royalty in favor of democracy,
Yes.
and the masses decide the direction, the national direction. Also, holy shit, you saw, if you're watching in the video, you saw me like pour more Jameson into
Yeah.
whatever is left in. I don't taste the Dr. Pepper anymore, and I'm feeling the buzz. Like
You're gonna get drunk right now. Trust me, it
shit.
just started. But
Oh
that's what I mean,
God, I'm
though.
gonna be so drunk tonight.
It's the hypocrisy of all these isolationists and nationalists and proud Americans that I've been seeing over the week. It's like, no, like there should be no royal blood on these footsteps. I don't care if you're a foreign dignitary. Go meet the president somewhere offshore. The fact that King
Okay,
Charles,
all right.
the fact that that little bitch Charles was able to enter our the Capitol Hill.
And lecture us and lecture the
Yeah,
Congress on
no.
democracy.
No, like, and it's like this, oh, and he visited all these
Oh,
places and everyone was rolling the red carpet out for him. I'm like, we killed how many people to not have this?
oh,
Hell, we killed another set of millions of people because in World War II, someone thought he was an emperor. Actually, there was two emperors. That's why we beat the
yeah.
fuck out of the Japanese. And the fact that we beat the Japanese at World War II over this emperor's BS to let a princess from Japan set foot on our soil. I'm like, no, I don't give a shit. Foreign dignitary, ew, fuck that country. Nah, all royal blood should be done. Not and if I fine,
Uh,
if I have to compromise, no royal blood should ever set foot on this country. We killed people for a reason. We killed children for a reason for this, by the way, in 1776 and that war for independence. Children were butchered for this reason. So no, I'm not going to let
that's
those
fair. I mean, I agree on principle that royalty should be done with.
hanging from a
I
tree.
guess I've just internalized my mother's sense of Texas hospitality of like, well, you be polite. It's like, well, they don't have power. It's like, well, they don't have power over you. You be polite. You show them, show them kindness. God damn it. God
You
damn it.
can,
You can
I
tell
can
by the
hear you.
sound of
I
my
can
voice, the
hear
alcohol is really taking hold. Shit. This is the exact opposite of the recording that we did last week. Holy shit.
you can
Um,
politely say no.
yeah, but it's like uh
You good? You need some fucking
I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Like I said, this has been a wild week. It's been a wild week. Um, I just hope that I hope that the international fans that are here are enjoying themselves, and I'm really worried I'm going to start getting into a drunken laughing fit
Okay,
on
well, you know
the
what? Fuck that. I'm gonna make you laugh right now.
oh
There was
fuck.
an Australian football fan was interviewed after the game, by the way. Australia lost, but here's what he said. He's like, oh, I love this place. I love America. You know who I really love? I love Mexicans. Mexicans are great people. I love Mexicans. I love them so much, I'm willing to leave the bush to get into their bush, if you know what I mean. That was on national television.
It's on national TV. Okay.
Dude wants to fuck some Latinas.
Well, considering that I married into a half Mexican family, I concur. I concur. I sympathize with his sentiments.
Are you saying,
Um,
Travis, are you saying that tacos are better than meat pies?
oh God, yeah. Oh God, yeah. I loved my trip to Ireland. Okay, I loved visiting Ireland. I loved learning about Irish history and drinking the whiskey as I'm drinking right now. Drinking the whiskey, drinking the Guinness, more drinking the Smithwicks, which I actually like more than Guinness, even though Guinness is like the Irish beer that everyone knows. But for if you're like more of like a if you're one of those guys that like can't stand IPAs, but still likes to drink beer, Smithwicks is my Irish beer recommendation. Um, but uh, um, Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Mexican cuisine is like far superior than Irish cuisine.
Wait,
Um,
are we still using phrasing, or are we talking about the actual food?
ah, no, I ain't gonna. No. I'm talking about actual food. I'm not gonna do the Irish dirty like that. It's a Brit. Um, because the other half of that family I married into is Irish, so I'm not gonna do them dirty like that. Um, yeah,
Hey,
no, like,
you
although I
had
will say having an Irish breakfast, which involves like eggs and Irish bacon and sausage and maybe some oh God, what's that called? It's like black pudding something.
oh
It's not
yeah
really put.
yeah
Yeah, you know what if you know what I'm talking about. Like having that every morning while I was on vacation in Ireland was awesome, and it never got old. I never. I basically, no matter where I stayed at, I basically had the exact same breakfast every morning, and I never got sick of it. But but that doesn't compare to Mexican food. I'm sorry, dude. I was at that Long Beach Coast game. I went to the local taco place that's close to us because thankfully we beat the Yuba Sutter Freebirds 13-0. I've never seen a point differential in a professional baseball game like that before, and of course it would happen in a minor league game. And we still had time that the taco place was open, so I got some quesadillas at Taco Masa, and that was quite delicious. And that is so much better than any of the Irish food I've ever had. God damn, is there any actual? There was Dr. Pepper. You saw if you watched this on YouTube, you saw the Dr. Pepper in this.
uh,
Ugh. I might have to lie down after this. Holy shit.
I love how, by the way,
This is getting to be like that time when
what up?
when you
Hi.
took Denise and I out to that
Oh
one
yeah,
bar,
that
Boondocks,
you
and
had
you got us drunk
16
on rum and
cocktails.
cokes.
You guys had 16 cocktails between you two and two shots each. You
Wait,
had
was
eight
that
you had eight
wait 16
cocktails
and eight cocktails apiece? I
and
thought it
two
was
shots
six.
apiece. No,
Uh,
you had eight cocktails apiece plus two shots. And I drove you both home. That was great.
and then I threw up afterwards. That's the first time I ever threw up to alcohol.
That was your first time?
Yes, I've
Oh,
never gotten that drunk before, and
I,
I'm starting to.
I think I've done it 5 times.
I'm starting to get there. I think it's starting to get there because I have we're recording this podcast and I have to maintain my personality, which means I'm in excited drunk mode. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm really sorry. Is there anything else to talk about?
Well, do you want
I
how about this
mentioned
then?
the poor
Travis,
doggy that the LAPD shot, and I would say
the footage got released.
and the footage got released today, which I didn't watch because I just can't bring myself to watch that.
It's not good.
I can't bring myself to watch snuff films, let alone snuff films of dogs. I can't do that.
It's I'll say this, it's not good. It
It
wasn't
doesn't.
good.
I've heard it doesn't make the officers look good. I'm just like, man,
Here's what's sadder about it. At least one of them was actually smart enough to be like this. Oh, taser first. It's like, oh, I mean, that's sad that we're saying that. No, that's really sad that we're saying that. The guy who shot the dog had his gun out already. The other one was like this, taser in hand, taser in hand. I'm like, oh, are we at the point now when it involves police encounters that we're saying, well, at least he had his taser first?
dude, we gotta get rid of.
Oh,
Okay, I'm gonna.
and by the way, the reports lied. He didn't shoot the dog twice. He shot the dog 4 fucking times. That was a report lie. It wasn't twice, it was 4 times.
I'm looking up on Google at this moment. According to, do other countries have qualified immunity? And I'm finding out that being drunk actually makes it harder to type. I've never experienced that before. I've usually never been drunk at my computer, so this is a new experience. According to Google's AI summary, so take that with a grain of salt, no, other developed countries do not have specific legal doctrine of qualified immunity used in the United States. So therefore, we should not have. We need to get rid of qualified immunity, man. I'm sorry if you fuck up and get somebody killed, there's got to be like extreme scrutiny.
Well, it's the same way that any other job is treated. If I fucked up at my stocking job where I just stock food product, if I mess up, it is actually my ass. It is like a series of
Hmm.
conversations with different levels of management and paperwork signed. So why am I treated with such scrutiny just for, oh, hey Tom, yeah, we found 5 bags of potatoes that have been expired. Why did you mess up? Like
Oh my God.
I'm not joking with you about this. Yet, this cop, for example, any cop actually can take a life, whether it's a dog, a cat, or a human being, and it's just get them on leave, get them on paid leave really quick, get them on paid leave real quick. I mean, okay, you brought up this police shooting. Unfortunately, there was another a very horrible police shooting earlier this week
Yep.
involving a 1-year-old in Mississippi over diapers. He was shot twice. A 1-year-old was shot twice over diapers.
A baby.
Yes.
Fucking
Co
Mississippi ass cops caught a baby outside of,
Co
what was it, a
Cohen
Walmart?
outside of a Walmart in a Walmart parking lot. Cohen Wiley, his aunt was holding him, and the aunt was injured with the shooting too because she was holding him. And the whole thing was they were seen rushing. Well, there was a call about shoplifting over diapers. They were seen running out of a Walmart into the car, getting in the car, driving off. The officer in question stated that the car was coming at him, yet all the bullet holes in the window are from the side. And the fact that you find out the mom had a receipt. But it's like, okay, let's say the mom
Which
didn't.
means she actually bought those diapers and they weren't
Yes,
stolen property.
yes. But let's say this, Travis. Let's say that because the thing about us, let's play this fun rabbit hole.
Sure.
Let's say was there was no receipt. Really, let's just say there was no receipt and 2 women with a baby in tow stole diapers and were driving also illegally because a baby was in the passenger seat being held, not in a car seat. Let's say all that actually happened. Are we really killing each other over diapers?
Seriously.
Because remember,
Really?
no, yeah, because here's the thing. There are people saying, and I know what you're going to say, but hold on, that, oh, well, why didn't the mom have a job? Why couldn't the mom afford it and pay for it? Why didn't the mom go get a job? And I'm like this, I thought moms were supposed to be at stay at home. I thought that was the whole big
Uh,
cultural fight. Moms are supposed to stay at home.
only white moms.
Mm. But yeah,
Only white moms.
that's the thing. We're here regardless. A 1-year-old was shot. A 1-year-old was shot dead. And what makes it worse, and this is where I'm so shocked at how bad people are at optics, especially those in charge.
Mm-hmm.
Protests have been happening at the Walmart location, and I swear it's the most glaring, truthful American thing I've ever seen now so far, where a bunch of cops served to serve and protect the community, cops, officers of the law in riot gear protecting a Walmart. That is probably the most American Renaissance-like picture I've ever seen in my life, to the point where I want to like berate you to use that as our clip art. Like that's how crazy it is. I know you're
You
gonna
know,
choose
with how drunk I am and how not willing to work hard or
work.
be creative at the
I
moment,
might,
I might just do that.
but the thing is, when you see that people protesting and cops protecting a Walmart, I'm like, that's America right there. That's 250 in a nutshell. We are protecting a corporation which has been legally known to treat its employees like garbage pieces of shit.
You know what's fucked up? That the day that happened, I was at my local Walgreens,
Oh
which is
yeah,
like
yes, yes.
that's just down the street. And I stopped by there. I think it was on the way home from work, from my work, because I needed to buy some new body wash for the shower that my wife and I use. I don't usually speak this slowly. This is so weird. Okay, the body wash. Okay, so where I live, it's not exactly the nicest part of town. Like, it's mostly like, we don't, as far as I know, at least in my neighborhood, we don't have to worry about gangsters. We just have to worry about homeless people. There are tent encampments, especially by this Walgreens. The body wash was under lock and key. It was
Yeah.
behind one of those lock cabinets. And I had to press a button. Well, first of all, I pressed a button. There's like a press a button to call for help. But, you know, there's only like four people working at the Walgreens right now because no one believes in like staffing their stores properly anymore.
Because
So eventually,
labor.
I just had to go to the fucking. I had to like find an employee that was stocking the shelves, and was like, "Excuse me, can you get somebody to unlock that cabinet? I'd like to buy some of your body wash." And then they came, but I was like waiting 5 minutes after pushing that button, and nobody came because nobody was paying attention to whatever
Yes,
wherever that signal went. But I was like, "Are you people really that worried about like homeless people stealing body wash to what? Make themselves cleaner, make themselves I mean granted water would help, but like make themselves smell better?"
Travis, you worded that wrong. Are you telling me that the CEO of Walgreens is afraid of people?
Well, no, no, no. It would not be the CEO of Walgreens because I could drive a few miles further. Like this is the Walgreens in my neighborhood where
Yeah,
I live. But
that
I could
I
drive to the one in Lakewood, which is not that far away. But I could drive to the one in Lakewood, and I guarantee you the body soap, the body wash,
no,
those would be on the shelves, easy for me to pick up.
it's not a franchise though, so that's a corporate decision. Walgreens aren't franchises, so that's what I'm saying. It's the CEO because it's a corporate decision for specific Walgreens in specific local areas of the country. It's not a franchise.
Um, okay, fine, sure, whatever. But I'm like, of all the things
Yeah, yeah,
in this store,
yeah.
that's the one you're worried most about getting stolen.
Hmm.
Really?
Deodorant, body
Are you
wash.
fucking kidding me?
Yes,
Like it's just you want to like you're worried about like poor people cleaning themselves.
of course they are.
You know, you tell poor people like you got to pull yourself up by your bootstraps and
Oh,
just
I've
get a
heard, yeah.
better job. Well, you know what? No one's gonna hire them if they smell like poo poo.
Or you know what's worse about that, by the way? It's not get a better job or work harder. It's you know what? Why don't you work 80-hour weeks or 90? That'll get you out of your situation. Just work hard more, not work harder, work more. I swear, honestly, what you're saying, you know, it reminds me of. I don't know if you listened to it yet, but there's this new musician called Super Gold. I don't know what his real name is. He's just that's his, I guess, stage name. And he wrote a
Hmm.
song, multiple songs. It's all protest rock. It's basically if Bob Dylan had today's technology. But he wrote a
Okay,
song.
yeah.
He wrote a song called "Sinking Feeling," and I think
Oh yeah.
the chorus of this song wraps up a lot of what we've been talking about over the past few weeks. Here's the chorus. You ready?
Hmm.
So I'll live stream the downfall of the American project. Can't be mad at what you had if you've never got it. And I'm just like, fuck. And then he said this, um,
Yeah.
help me find the plot. I think we forgot it.
Poetry.
But the thing is this, another thing about that though. So, I mean, the way the song is like, fuck, it's, you know, the so part, but so I'll live stream the downfall of the American project. It's like, oh, what we've said before. Why would you do anything unless it'll involve profit? Why read a book unless it's going to
Hmm.
make you money in the end? Why, you know, if you're going to live stream, not for a vlog of funness, like remember the Roman Atwood days when he just vlogged just for fun. It was just fun
Hmm.
stuff. No, so if you're going to vlog, if you're going to vlog, it better be for money. I swear, I saw this one thing with Patrick Bet David when he was asked, like, "Hey, do you watch TV or is TV watching TV a waste of time?" It's a complete waste of time. You can do so much work with that time you wasted. Why watch a TV show that can be almost 100 hours when that 100 hours you could have spent making money?
Because it's fun.
No, guess what he said? TV watching is the equivalent of eating ice cream. You're gonna get fat at the end, so why eat it?
Um, because telling stories is
I know,
inherent to
I
human
know.
nature.
No, yes,
And
but that's
television is just a medium to do that.
But look,
It's a
that's where we're at. You should only read nonfiction books. You should only
fuck
vlog
those
if you
people.
know, yeah, you should
Fuck
only vlog if you know you're going to make money off of it. You should only go to work and not to be like, oh, I'm going to just work here for a while, try to figure out what I want to do. No, you should be hustling and grinding. You should have two jobs and three side hustles and be working 90 plus hours a week because then by the time you're 30, you can afford a yacht. It's money. It's just buy more money, BMM. That's
buy
what
more money.
that chorus tells me.
Yeah.
And look, and you say buy more money, BBM, B. Sorry, buy more money. BMM. It's the Trump UFC fight. Buy my Bitcoin. Don't forget to buy my Bitcoin. Don't forget to buy my Bitcoin. Don't forget to buy my Bitcoin. Buy money. Buy money. Buy, buy, buy.
Five, yeah.
And that's why it's crazy. A 1-year-old was shot over diapers. You can't speak. If anyone found a way to spin it, that's you have a personal spot in hell. You don't shoot anyone over anything. There's some I was like this. If I saw someone stealing diapers, it's not my problem. Food,
Yeah,
not my problem.
I'm not a snitch.
No,
That's what I was
it's
thinking.
not even
Like,
being a
if
stitch.
I
It's
saw
not my
somebody
problem.
stealing body wash, I'd be like,
It's not my problem. It's not
it,
even
it remind
stitching.
it reminds me of this time when I was doing confirmation classes, because that's a Catholic thing,
Yeah,
confirmation. One of the worst experiences of my life, by the way. Worst two, what big 2 years wasted on that bullshit. I'm sorry. And I'll maybe I can concede and say I had a zealotous instructor, um, who I might have mentioned before.
you have.
Yeah, yeah. Um,
Ladies and gentlemen, check
for
out
s-
God's least favorite episode. That was from
yeah,
last year.
yeah, yeah. Look that up. That's where I talked about that. Um, but for some reason, for some stupid reason, I brought my Bible to every class. And I have a nice like leather, it has a leather cover. I have a nice Bible. I got it at my first communion, which is a thing you do as a Catholic if you're in second grade.
Yeah,
Um, I I brought that to every class, and I remember afterwards, my dad picked me up, and we were picking up lunch at a Pollo Loco. Man, that sounds really good right now. Um, Anything sounds really good right now, actually. A Pollo Loco, and I left in, and my dad was driving his Saab, which eventually became my Saab before I totaled it. Um, but as a Saab 9.3 convertible, and he had the top down, and I left the Bible on it. And I was like, should I take the Bible in with me? Because it's out in the open, the top is down. I don't want to get stolen. And my dad says, "Son, if someone is stealing your Bible, they need it way more than you do." And that's how I felt looking at the body wash. I'd be like, man, if I saw somebody like trying to jack jack the store brand Old Spice, which is one of the things that I ended up buying from that cabinet. For me, not for my wife. I bought her something else. Um, that was it was a different body wash, something that was more
oh,
feminine. It was one of the other body washes on the shelf. If I saw somebody jacking fucking body wash, tell a fucking soul, I would not call 911. If he ran out and they yelled, "Stop, thief!" I wouldn't say shit. I would not call the cops on that dude, honestly, because he obviously needs it more than I do, or she obviously
well,
needs
it's
it
just
more than
also
I do.
too. Also,
Seriously,
it's none of your
if
business.
that's the thing you choose to steal and not, I don't know, the fucking cigarettes behind the cash register, or I don't know, any of the alcohol in the freezer, like, no, no, you decide that you need to steal soap. Soap is the most important thing to you right this very moment. I don't want to come off like I'm condoning a crime,
It's like
but
jaywalking.
I'm not saying, yeah, exactly. Like, I'm not going to call a cop on a jaywalker, you know? You steal that. And if I hear someone shouting in one of the apartments in the alley that I live in, of which there are several, there's a lot of echoing noise in that alley. I'm not
It's
calling the police. Dude, there's a house that, as a family, I don't know them very well, but I have a feeling at least one of them works in a real life mariachi band. Because at least like
yeah.
since when I moved, I've heard a lot of mariachi music come out of that house. And sometimes at least they don't do as much anymore. But remember when I first moved in here, they played a lot into the evening. I'm not calling the LBPD on them. No. And if I hear there's a guy, I think there's a guy close by that is a Twitch streamer. I'm just guessing. And
I'm just
he
kidding.
plays a lot of video games and he speaks very loudly. Sometimes he says some slurs. I've heard him say some slurs. It's really weird. I don't know what his deal with is, but I'm not calling the cops
Well,
on
hold on.
him.
Is it more like these slurs are just confusing me? What are you going for, man? Yeah. Hey, remember
These are slurs that I would never say on this show, never, therefore, and also never say in public. Okay.
mem remember adults? What is the spectrum of your language? I'm sorry, sir.
But I'm not calling the cops on him. If the Dodgers do the three-peat, which I think is a very good chance they're going to do. Right now, they have the best record in Major League Baseball. I am confident that they're going to go on another World Series run. If the Dodgers do it, and I happen to be at my apartment when it happens, and I cheer my blue heart out, my Pantone 294 heart out, nobody better call the cops on me. I sort of, like nobody ought to call the cops on me. First of all, I would probably not be the only one cheering. There'd be like five other households, at least in this bitch, that'll be cheering for
Hey,
this.
hey, Travis, you're the one household who didn't get a ticket to the game. You're like, really? No one got brought me along with them?
Oh no 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 no! This neighborhood, no 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 no! Nobody's going to those World Series games. Have you seen Dodger ticket prices? Uh,
Yeah, the same as I saw Knicks ticket prices, 10K for nosebleed. Well, here's the thing,
um,
though, and you know that
no,
the
we are all gonna be cheering, and and nobody should call the cops on that because it's like, hey, read the room, know your community, know your neighbors. Um,
oh, the neighbor who called the cops on that Knicks fan is actually came out and said, "I feel like this is my fault."
yeah, it is your fault. If you were genuinely concerned, I don't know, maybe just walk by the apartment first. And it's like they're screaming that the next one, and I don't know, maybe get to know your neighbor. Like, know that your neighbor, if your neighbor is a Knicks fan, maybe that's something you should be apprised of. If you see them walking around wearing a Knicks cap or a Knicks t-shirt, that should be something that should be glued into your mind. And when the Knicks win the finals and you hear them cheering for it, at the very least, like walk outside and just like listen closely. It's like, are they screaming because an intruder's in their home or are they screaming because they're happy? Do that before you call the cops. There have been one or two times where I've heard screaming in my neighborhood and I walk outside and I'm like, what is that? And it turns out to be like nothing or not that much or just nothing that I can discern context, but certainly nothing that I've ever called the fucking cops on.
You know what's funny? Because you bring that up, because when I lived in the apartment with my wife for a bit, we had two neighbors on each side, actually four neighbors, and the four screams, because again, we got to know our neighbors because we were surrounded by four units. We knew them well. One scream was, "Oh, someone told a really funny joke," because that's just how that guy laughs.
Hmm.
Like at 2 a.m. in the morning. It's like, all right, you just know him. Down below, oh yeah, mom's getting mad at her daughter for math homework again. Like bad, like yeah. It's like, all right, the
You
other
can
down.
just hear it and you can tell.
Hold on, I'm not a next door.
God.
Next door. Oh, someone's on GTA 5 again online. No, like we knew. No, we knew him. We knew him. Swear to God. And then next to our bedroom wall, oh, someone's getting that dick. Like we knew. And it's funny. Me and my wife would be like this. Oh, they're having sex. And we would laugh about it because I swear to God, she said it's like it was like, is it on purpose or she naturally sound like a little kitten? It was the funniest shit ever. Listening to them have sex. It was like this. It was like a maybe girl, you should watch porn because you're not good at it. Like, no, dude, it was a joke. Her sex
Hi,
was a joke.
buddy. Sorry,
But yeah,
my tater tot wants my attention.
hey, tater tot. But
Uh,
yeah, no, that's the thing. Get to know your neighbors. Isn't it weird? Hey, Travis, get to know your fellow man. Get to know your community. Get to
get
know
to
so
know your fellow man before you call the goons with the guns, okay?
No, yeah,
Because
because
otherwise, the blood of a dog
and a baby.
could, and a baby, and your neighbor, you could have blood on your hands because, you know, yeah, LAPD cops. I mean, first of all, okay, going back to the fact that I'm still watching Southland. Every time like Sherman and Cooper do a
Mhm.
fucking noise complaint, they're always knocking on the door saying like, "Excuse me, ma'am. We just got a we got a call about a noise complaint in this area. Is everything okay?" Like they're not out with their guns, being like, "We're gonna go commando on this shit." Okay, all right. Tatey wants to say, come on, Tatey, come on, Tatey, say hi to the camera. Say, it. Come on, do this for your drunk daddy, okay? Sorry, Tater Tot is like begging for my attention. He's making a bunch of noise. Um,
No, yeah.
his
What if
dinner's for 20 minutes, so he
we're
needs
getting
to know
close?
that.
We're getting close. Crunch time. Dude, you need dinner. You need something to soak that up. You know what you need?
A
Volcano
nap?
burger. You need chili cheese fries from Volcano Burger.
Yeah. My wife texted me what my evening plans are, and I said, I have nothing at the moment.
Because I am drunk.
No, this is before we started
Uh,
recording. This is before I
uh,
started drinking. Hey, hello, come here. So, come and say hi to the camera for everybody watching on YouTube. There he is. There he is. Come give your drunk daddy some affections.
oh,
Mm.
that sounds wrong listening to it.
It does. You know what? Now that I've said it, it does sound very wrong. Um,
Hey, guess what? You just gave Law and Order a killer line for the next episode. You gave them a killer line for that next episode of like, sir, we have you on tape. Oh no, you don't. And it's that line. Come here, come give your drunk
yeah, but
daddy
if
a
you watch it on YouTube, you can see the full context. I just have this little guy, this my corgi,
so
my
close.
favorite corgi in the whole wide world in my lap. He just wants some attention. I'm giving him some attention.
You you know the Australians have been chanting that Trump's a pedophile in the streets. You heard of
Good.
that? I know. Have you heard that?
It makes me feel bad that we beat them in the game. I'm glad they
Oh
gave that
no. Hey,
chant.
that was a great game though, dude. You missed out. That was a good game.
I'm sorry I
But
messed up. Okay, if I had a group of friends that were hardcore soccer fans and invited me to
dude,
like
just come
parties and
over.
shit.
You're gonna come over now. Just come over next weekend. Oh, no. Come over. We fight Turkey next week.
Oh, that's the next match. Okay.
Turkey, baby.
When do they play?
Hey,
Do they play on? Please tell me they play on Saturday because that's when I can come.
I'll let me find out. But by the way, hey, the fact that we're going up against Turkey and we have a winning streak, I'm like, dude, Americans eat turkey. This is gonna be easy.
Didn't Turkey lose to Paraguay last night?
I might have.
Okay.
Thursday, June 25th at 7 p.m.
Oh.
So that I think that's 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's a night game.
Okay. 'Cause if it's Google, then it's Pacific Standard Time. Okay.
Yeah. That's gonna
Um.
be a good game. No,
We've diverged so much. Well, I don't know. Have we? Well, I guess we talked
well,
about a lot.
well,
Police shootings.
I think we
It's
summed
just
it
been a
up
wild week. It's been a wild, embarrassing week for the United States. July 4th is looking like to be the worst birthday ever for America. Well,
It's
there
a
might be
it's
some
a
competition. It's
it's
up there.
America. It's an America with a lot of weight on its shoulders because we're. I mean, if you fucking just watch the news and read a history book, you can see this from day one. But it's starting to catch up to everyone across both aisles that this is stupid shit. People are dying. Money's being spent for no reason. The debt is growing. The state of this country is complete shambles because again, a cop killed a 1-year-old. And remember how you said how stuff trickles down, okay, attitude reflects leadership?
Yeah, stuff I said off camera. Something we haven't talked about it on camera,
I
but
thought
yeah,
I
like
thought you said attitude we said attitude reflects leadership a few episodes ago about how it trickles
oh,
down.
maybe
This
I did, but just sort of a broader point
well,
of like, hey, this is what happens when you don't punish the cops that killed Renee Good and Alex Peretti. That shit trickles down. It trickles down to local cops. Cops just think they can guns out and I can shoot anybody and get away with it.
but here's the
Oh, I
thing.
shot a baby. Oopsie. All right. Well,
Yeah.
That won't take my police record.
And here's the thing. We also said this too. It's not just Trump. We can go back to Bush Sr. all the way to Trump now about how it trickles down. Bush Sr. Remember, I know probably few people remember this, but how he acted so flabbergasted at the way a supermarket is run with the way the scanner and the conveyor belt is. It's like, oh, the broad disparagement of reality between rich and poor, of how the rich and poor are like completely in opposite ends of the spectrum and the rich look down on us. The rich man, Bush Sr. was like this is how the grocery store works? Holy shit, what? And it's like, dude, you never bought groceries? Go fuck yourself. Bill Clinton grabbing every secretary he could find in the White House with a big
Yep.
sex scandal. And now look at what's happened with the sex scandal we have now in this country. And also, too, they're growing more and more women confessing on how they've been assaulted in the streets of America. Then you have George W. Bush. I was elected to lead, not read. Oh, there goes our literacy rate. There goes the
Yeah,
literacy rate.
that explains the No Child Left Behind program.
Hmm.
I mean, I would say Biden being like after the post George Floyd murder uprisings that held all over the country, instead of using the Justice Department for actual legitimate police reform, he's like, no, we're not actually gonna do anything. All we need to do is just get through this COVID mess, and then we're gonna go back to normal, and we're not gonna, you know, do anything regarding the reformation of policing.
I was
And it's
I
like,
was
okay,
I was actually going to say how people completely ignored his failing cognitive decline. It's like, oh, ignoring, which a lot of people did now just to vote for a guy they liked because they were so afraid of the Democrats that they ignored everything that came with it. And then Obama, all the drone strikes, the amount of drone strikes that man did, it's like, oh, the whole now we're here battling AI because we're fighting over our drinkable water and data centers. Which, by the way, I sent you this, and I'd love to read you this, by the way, because this came from one of the most glorious, well-known human beings who definitely, definitely takes care of his employees. Mr. Jeff Bezos had a great line. You ready? Are you ready?
yes.
Involves how the whole thing with data centers and how people are derailing it. Here you go, Travis. Biological limits are real, but digital potential is infinite. If we starve our data infrastructure of cooling resources just to sustain baseline human comfort, we are actively delaying the birth of a superintelligence that could solve all of our resource problems in the first place, i.e.,
What if I don't want to give birth to a super intelligence, you
yeah,
know? What if I don't need to do that? And I'll say, like, if the creation of the super intelligence that's going to solve all our problems is actually going to create more problems, then how can I trust that the creation of the super intelligence is actually going to solve the problems that you say it's going to solve? Like, I'm sorry, like, if you're not walking the walk, then I don't believe you. Then I don't believe you're talking the talk, dude.
no, like I said, basically the fact that human beings actually need water to survive, like just live, it's limiting AI's potential. And then don't forget also too another fun one, just how it all feels. When Iran played a game recently, you know how in soccer, I know you don't watch much, but in soccer, it's a big thing in soccer when both teams are out there doing some basically big starter presentation, whether it's national anthems or big, kickoffs. A lot of kids are always in front of the athletes. They just get a bunch of kids, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Guess what the Iranian team did? I'm not
Oh, I
joking.
heard about this. They had
Yeah,
like backpacks. They had like
no, they had
girl.
they had schoolgirl kindergarten appropriate backpacks in their hands. Just to show you where we're at in that sense. Because again, by the way, Trump put all the deflected all the blame to Pete Hegseth over this. That was hilarious to watch. This is where we're
Yeah,
at.
that's gonna be great. I'm so looking
Oh,
for the downfall of Petey Weedy. I fucking hate
oh,
that
did you
guy.
hear that a local military base had a flu outbreak because of the
Yes.
yes,
Yes, because they got rid of vaccine mandates. So now we have we
we
don't
have a
have the
problem.
healthiest military in the world. We have a very sick military that doesn't like require that
Yeah.
our
And
freaking
it's
soldiers
I'll
are,
say this. It's so
yeah.
funny how this narrative change where, oh, you're a soldier now. You know, you have your rights. We stand up for your beliefs. And I'm like, dude, I watched Jarhead, and one of the most memorable scenes was that the squad that Jake Gyllenhaal's character, based on a real life person, by the way, was a
Yeah, that
part
was
of.
based on a memoir.
Yeah, memoir. During Operation Desert Storm, which turned into Desert Shield, they were forced to take a pill to help against the effects of basically the mustard gas of the 20th century, 21st century. And they were saying, wait, I don't have to take this. I have rights. You're a Marine. You have no fucking rights. Put the fucking pill in your fucking mouth or I'll fucking kill you here and now.
Yeah.
And it's funny.
Yeah, follow the chain of command, bitch.
No, and I've worked with Marines. And his joke was this, dude, the cure for fucking AIDS is in my blood. I once took the penicillin shot 6 times in a row because they forgot. They said, "Fuck it, let's just give it to him." Dude, nothing can get me sick. I'm a god. Literally, his joke was, "I'm a god amongst fucking."
I cannot die.
His little joke was, "I am a pig amongst guinea pigs. Nothing's gonna kill me because I've taken so many vaccines. If you want a cure for something, just take my blood." He literally joked, and he only joked this because his kid is severely autistic. He said, "Dude, I have the cure for autism. I swear to God, I do."
Oh my
Because his son is
God.
autistic, but he's like, that's the joke. It's like, it's funny. It's like, dude, does not ever does it's funny. Do our grandparents forget when their classmates had polio that like their class got shrunk a few sizes during the school year? And it's funny, speaking of cops, because you know people are defending the two cops who shot a 1-year-old and a dog.
Somebody is.
It's so hilarious that don't you remember our grandparents or great grandparents cheering on Bonnie and Clyde as they shot cops in the streets for fun?
I don't remember having that conversation with my grandparents personally, but sure, yeah, they were folk heroes.
Because they
That's why they
shot
made movies
cops.
about them. Yep.
They shot cops and robbed banks. But nowadays it's different. The 180 bullshit. That's all it is right now. The BS is it's almost the BS is too big, you can't ignore it anymore. And it's sad that it took this long because it's all just a clusterfuck. It all is. I mean, okay, even this part, even though I understand it, you've said it before with a lot of things. Humans got a human, they got to let it out. Mandami, I swear, this guy, Zoran Mandami, is a fucking genius. He put out dummy buses throughout the city because he knew there was going to be people doing stupid shit. So he said, fuck it. We have a few school buses that are in decommission. They have no use for us. Scatter them across the city. I hope to God they attack the buses and not people's actual cars. And it kind of worked. It kind of worked because here's the difference. It's not that it was the solution. He gave a solution. Because the sad part about reality is humans are going to human, and you have to find ways to really police that, funnel that, and redirect that so that nothing actually bad happens. At least I'll say this: at least he's trying. That's a
At least,
genius.
you know what? That's what happens when you have an actual sports fan as your mayor who can read someone who understands the culture and can read the fucking room of your city
Oh yeah,
and is like, okay, I know that my constituents, my populace is going to do some stupid shit. I might as well give them an outlet to do it in a way that is safe
yes,
and not costly and not going to trade city. And you know what the sweetest thing about that is like the morning after the Knicks won and the city was just in total pandemonium elation, average citizens were helping like freaking garbage crews in
yes,
picking up
yes.
the trash of their city. You
No,
know
even
where that
more.
didn't happen? DC after the UFC match.
They were doing even more than that, Travis. They were also, when they saw him in the streets, they would give him standing ovations.
Yeah.
That's the thing. They were giving. Did you know that during the Knicks
There's a
parade?
reason why New York is America's city,
No,
okay?
really. During the actual Knicks parade, the sanitation department was literally following behind the parade, cleaning up, and people were cheering them on. Hell, there was a mailman who got a standing ovation because he's like, "I gotta deliver the mail, excuse me." And people said, "Fuck yeah, you're doing what we need in society."
Yeah, they parted like the Red Sea to let the mailman through to do his
And
job. It was amazing.
they cheered him on. The fact that they cheered him on, I've never seen a city do that before, where you're cheering on the mailman and the sanitation department, and then also you're helping him clean up because it's like this. Yeah, man, sorry, we destroyed a couple of things. Here you go. Let me help you clean up. It's like you can't argue some of the stuff where it's like, dude, like they're fucking at least they're attempting it, they're trying it,
The,
they're doing it.
yeah, it's, I don't know. It's like it sounds like it makes more sense that they elected a Democratic Socialist as their mayor. And I gotta tell you, that scene from the very first Spider-Man movie, starring Tobey Maguire, where all the locals were throwing cans at the Green Goblin, being like, "Hey, you mess with Spider-Man, you mess with us." That scene rings more true nowadays.
Oh,
Maybe that was always true in 2002, but like I believe that scene now to be like, no, that is how New Yorkers would behave.
no, they don't forget. Remember Spider-Man 2 when
Mhm.
the train scene when
Oh
they
yeah,
no, the thing
yes,
about it, they picked him
one of the
up.
best scenes in movie history,
They picked him
honestly.
up. They said like, "Oh my God, he's a kid," and then the whole crowd was like, "This, don't worry, dude. We're not going to tell anyone anything about your identity." And then when Doc Ock came, everyone stood in front of him and said, "You gotta go. You want him? You gotta go through me." That was Joey Diaz, by the way. You
Yeah,
want him? You gotta go through me. Me too. Yeah, and me. It's like, yeah,
it
fuck
was
you.
so
Me.
cool. And then Doc Ock like split the was like, okay, but
Oh yeah, that was great. But dude, I saw that in theaters. There was not a dry eye in the house when that happened. It was like a, we're the heroes. It's not Spider-Man. We are heroes.
yeah. Spider-Man is a reflection of us. You
Yeah.
know?
And
So
Spider-Man,
I loved seeing Knicks fans on the streets wearing Spider-Man
Spider-Man outfits.
costumes. Like as someone who can say like Spider-Man has always been my favorite hero, as you can see by the many trade Spider-Man trade paperbacks I have right behind me over there, and
If you
more in
zoom
the
in.
shelf above me that you cannot see. Um, that like touched my heart. It's like, oh yeah, Spider-Man really is the unofficial mascot of New York City. Um, okay. Is there anything else to go from here?
I guess
It was a wild week.
the final message is the whole point of the situation of America is that we said no to divine rule. We said no to tyranny. But don't forget this. We only said no after almost 7 to 8 tax raises where our local businessmen said, all right, this is affecting us. What the fuck? And it's like, dude, it's been affecting the populace for fucking months and years. It took 8 for you guys to rally us together and to assemble a militia and an army of the continental US to fight tyranny. It's like that's what it is. Don't it goes history has two sides to it. It's the righteous justice of good, and don't forget the stupidity of evil. It's not always us fighting evil, it's always business ventures, capitalism. Like capitalism is a two-sided coin. It can work. At the same time, you got to understand what's going on during it.
Mm.
That's
Yeah.
that's that's really what it is. That's I mean, it's just read, but read without emotion. Read history without emotion. Know what's going on. It's like, hey, isn't it great that we're stopping Iran from having a nuclear weapon? It's like, yeah, man, but North Korea, China, Russia, other countries have them.
It's like,
Right?
I don't know, man. We're at this point, I'm more worried about Israel with a nuclear weapon, which they have several.
Yes, the several that can reach basically 95% of the US soil. And don't forget
Mhm.
too, when people say like, yeah, well, I don't want a nuke dropping on America. I'm like, well, sorry, dude. Technically, nukes have dropped on America before. It's called tests. It's the same fucking thing. Nukes have been dropped on America. And if you're going to be like, well, I just don't want it happening on people. All right, Tulsa.
Yeah.
Bombs have been dropped on Americans. We used to fight each other. We used to shell each other's cities to oblivion. What
Mhm.
it's just like you're saying stuff just because you just you're just afraid of the other political party. You're so set in stone. You hate a certain group of faith, religion. It's all this other D for above of why you keep fighting in support for this. Where it's just like, dude, Israel sucks. We got sucked into bullshit. We got sucked into it again like Bush did to us. We need to step out of it. What happened to being, it's funny, what happened to not being the world's police force? Oh, wait.
Um, so this is where we leave you. Um,
We
you
leave you with
know,
how you feel as an
r-
American.
America is cricket from It's Always Sunny. We used to be more
Jesus.
dignified. That's a very specific reference.
That's a very
Um,
fucking specific
that's a
reference,
very
dude.
specific reference,
Oh
and it
my
has nothing to do with the fact
God.
that I just watched a critic centric or a cricket centric episode of It's Always Sunny in my lunchtime today. It has nothing to do with that. But you know,
Cricket. I love
it's been a
cricket.
wild week. Enjoy the sports festivities while you have can. If there's one thing I've learned from this, it feels like if there's one thing that can bring people together at least in America, maybe the rest of the world, it's sports.
Sports.
Because we all
Y-
know it's a game, and it doesn't mean the literal end of civilization if your team loses. It's just you got us, but we'll get you next time, and
y-
we can argue and but then also drink together and hug each other and
and make
and
out
we
with
we
make out with Latinas. That's what it is. That's what the World Cup's about. It's sports, food, and Latinas. That's what unites all mankind.
um yeah I
Oh, that's
I should probably go lie down after we're done.
hey
Oh, ooh.
FSL. That's the tagline. SFL. Sports, food, Latinas. There you go. We have another catchphrase.
Or just I'm trying to think of something more universal than Latinas. They're classy, lovable women and men all over the place. Okay.
What?
All right. Should I close the podcast before we say anything more stupid? Um,
Everybody, this is give.
It's just been that kind of week, man.
Well, it's just a stupid week. But anyway, hey, folks, like Travis said, we're Give Us the Launch Codes. We're on Instagram. We're on TikTok, the platform formerly known as Twitter. We're on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Patreon. Not only do we have a brand new Patreon, we have a bunch of other Patreon exclusives. We have basically a Patreon catalog separate from this catalog. And if you loved watching Travis be drunk, I was fucking high as a kite on edibles during a couple of our recordings on that Patreon. So go enjoy those.
But definitely go check out the one where we cosplay as sports commissioners. Because I put a little more effort into that one.
He
I
put
think that turned
love.
out very well.
He
Yeah,
put so
and
much.
that was fun. Again, it fits with the theme. Sports brings people together.
Yes, it does.
Even, yeah, unless
Yeah.
you're a Padres fan, then you are the scum of the earth. Then you can go fuck yourself. But other than that,
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Tom.
I'm Travis.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Bye, everyone. Go team.
Go team, yes. Go team. Football. Be football. Play football, football. Be
Yeah,
football. It's a Rick
go
and Morty.
football. Yeah,
Hey, if we keep winning, the world's gonna have to call it soccer.
damn right. Bye,
We
everyone.
earned. Bye. We earned it.